Celebration for musication. It's time for another Goat versus Fish musication stream. Because this guitar isn't going to play itself. It's not going to play itself, Goat and Fish. But what if it could? What if it could? Is that what we want? Is that what you want from Goat versus Fish? Is this what you want from Goat versus Fish? Posting now the links to the social medias of Goat versus Fish. For the final promotions. And now, for some amplification. Try to keep it on the crispy side for start. That's a sound. That's a sound. That's a sound you may have heard before. Celebration Matthew Brian. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Matthew Brian, are you goat or are you fish? Who said nap goat? Celebration for a goat. Celebration for a goat. Lucid Nap Appreciation for 50 months of Goat vs. Fish, 50 months of subscription and support for Goat vs. Fish. A beautiful dedication. A goat versus fish. A goat versus fish. A goat versus fish versus goat versus fish versus goat versus fish. Appreciation for all this time and dedication you've spent with Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish is Goat vs. Fish. And it is what it is. And it is what it is. Goat versus fish, the mighty goat fish. A goat versus fish is a goat and a fish. And the goat and fish versus. A goat versus fish brings the verses to you. We promise the verses we tell you are true. Oh, what's goat versus fish? You haven't a clue. But it is something to do. It is something to do, and it comes from within you. Make some noise for the goat. Make some noise for the goat. Make some noise for the goat. Make some noise for the fish. Make some noise for the fish. Make some noise for the fish. Goat are always versus the fish. Fish are always versus those goats. And it was written and it was wrote that goat versus fish and the fish versus goat. If that doesn't make any sense, just please don't sit on the fence. No, don't sit on the fence. But are always versing the fish. The fish are always versing those goats. And it was written and it was wrote that goat versus fish and fish versus goat. If that doesn't make any sense, just please, please don't sit on the fence. No, 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 don't sit on the fence. Goat versus fish. We were off by half of verses. But that's okay. We continue to goat versus fish another day. In a mighty morning musicational, motivational for you. Why don't we brighten up this verses? Just a smidge, just like this. TMLD 1. Bowser Big Bean Burrito, welcome back to Goat vs. Fish. Lord Saturn, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Exclamation SL for song requests. Let's take some requests, Goat and Fish. 65 from Bayoden 420. 65 from Bayoden 420. 65 from Bayoden 420. Why don't we give Bayoden 420 what they want? They don't even have to request it from Goat vs. Fish. We're just going to play it. We haven't played it in a while. So that's just what you have to do. Go to the Sabaku. Is this the one is this the verses? Is this the extended verses? We need the extended verses. That's not the original verses, but we'll take it. It's the Super Mario All-Stars version. Celebration, celebration, celebration. The orange Girar of remembrance is John Ray. And what do you remember? What do you remember, John Ray? Archgoat, Archgoat. Oh, the Archgoat. Yes, you've been wanting us to practice Archgoat. You've been wanting, is Archgoat, you say? Archgoat, is this something we pick at? You have to send us some Archgoat songs. You have to send us some Archgoat songs on the You have to send us some Archgoat songs on Instantgram and be like, play these verses, learn these verses, or something like that, Lord Saturn. You know we'd love to. You are a true patron of Goat vs. Fish. It would mean a lot to Goat vs. Fish. It would mean a lot to Goat vs. Fish. It would mean very much to Goat vs. Fish. It would mean very much to Goat vs. Fish. It would mean very much to Goat vs. Fish. Ooh, let's try. We could always try some of that verses. Ooh. Oh, the fences, Goat and Fish. Oh, the fences, Goat and Fish. Gotta hand it to the fences. Sometimes they make interesting musications. Sometimes they do. You see, we have to make the verses large enough that we can see them from afar, but small enough that they can scroll forever and we don't lose our place. It's not so easy. Not so easy, is it, to achieve such delicate balance on Goat vs. Fish? We need more monitor space. We need more monitor space. Mighty morning motivational, yeah, the white picket fences, barbed wire in trenches, trick or treat, a merry Versmas, howdy neighbor, thank you Goatfish. Oh, what is he building in that painted lady? A participation trophy fish, a blonde blue-eyed baby, wide-eyed and wired, the snap crackle pop of a Geiger, camouflage billboards for lead lines, Brook Brothers, you elbow the jukebox and sing duck in cover, breed out our incisors, feed on white wine and Pfizer. It don't look like survival, but it's buy now or die suburbia. You're not alone. The lights are on, but no lights are on, but no one's home, but no one's home. Myers-Briggs, OK Ultra, takes a village to fake a whole culture. Your ear to the playground, your eye on the ball, and your brains in the gutter, your eyes on the wall. Well, if home is where the heart is, you ain't homeless, but you're heartless. It's the safest on the market, but you still gotta watch where you park it. So give me half of your midlife crisis. I can tell you know where paradise is, where parasites don't care what your blood type is. Only pheromones and serotones can decide it. If it's true that a snowflake only matters in a blizzard, well, everyone knows that. Nobody knows that. Everybody's all up in my, everybody's all up in my, everybody's all up in my mother fencing business. Goat, fish, goat, fish, goat, fish, goat versus fish suburbia. Is where you belong. The lights are on, but no one's home. So welcome home. Fence sitters, the peacocks, the talk of the town. The word gets around like hit number stations. Avoid radiation. The dog bites the postman while basement eyes dream. A night at the drive-thru with an AR-15. I dropped my eyeballs in the bonfire. We burst on a bed of nails. I caught Kuru from your sister and died laughing in jail. Smell the screaming teenage sweetbreads on the 4th of July grill. Smile and wave a kiss the cook. Live, laugh, and love. Please pass the pills. It's only culture. It's only culture. It's only culture. Sulfur, smoke, and soot. You learn to torture house cats like vultures. You cooked and sucked your lack of empathy. Blood. Don't they want your blood? So why apologize for feeling blue and cold? Her blood. Didn't they want your blood? So don't apologize for being blue and gold. It's only culture. It's only culture. It's only culture's not your friend. Hey, fence your culture. I ain't got no culture. It's only culture, and it's more afraid of you than you are of it. So go drink on. Didn't they want your blood? So why apologize apologize for turning blue and cold blood. Did they want your blood? So don't apologize for being blue and cold. You know the major difference between blazing trails and slash and burn, going against the grain and catching splinters? Are you goat or fish? You pull out your little Rorschach like a paint-by-numbers treasure map, the ink upon your jigsaw piece you trace back to your fingerprints. Well, goat and fish, they have their lot in life. Job got his job, and I guess you'll do fine. And the Lord looked down, said, hey, you're only mortal. We go to and we fish it the way. The verses come back in a certain way, leave you wondering why they might go back to normal. Wondering why they can't have just been normal. Ones in the chat if you're feeling normal. Ones if you're feeling normal. Ones if you're living that suburbia dream. If you're living that suburbia dream, goat and fish. Yes. Don't you? Don't you want to live that suburbia dream? Seems like you probably do. Seems like you probably do. We noticed that you were enjoying, last verses, you were enjoying, wouldn't you know it, you were enjoying some comedy songs. It's like, what? You come on to GoatVsFish? And you were listening to comedy songs? Let's go, says Sola Little. Let's go. Well, then let's sing. Let's sing about those fence sitters. I make a little song for fish. I make a song for a fish. Please do, Sola Little, please do. This one goes out to all those fence sitters that let you down. Let's see if we can verse it out based on what we remember. Dead puppies. Dead puppies. Dead puppies aren't much fun. Oh, dead puppies. Dead puppies. Dead puppies aren't much fun. They don't come when you call. They don't chase squirrels at all. Dead puppies aren't much fun. My puppy died late last fall. He's still rotting in the hall. Dead puppies aren't much fun. Oh no. Mom says puppies, days are through. She's gonna throw him in the stew. The dead puppies aren't much fun. Dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies aren't much fun. Of course, you can make this a Goat vs. Fish song pretty easy. Dead guppies, dead guppies, dead guppies aren't much fun. That was Ogden Edsel. Dead puppies. Dead guppies. In that case, you'd like to return this parrot? Well, what's wrong with it? I can mix Emberd. Welcome back to Goat vs. Fish. 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 Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find here. Let's see what we can find here on Goat vs. Fish. Let's see what we can find here on Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Dead guppies. Dead guppies. Dead guppies are much fun. Let's have a look at this verses. Do we know this verses? Oh, this one. Oh, this one doesn't seem as easy as we thought it was. Goat vs. Fish. Does this have a simplified verses? Okay. Ooh, simplified. We like that verses. Okay. We'll try this. Goat and Fish, this goes out to your financial situation. I just got a letter in the mail saying that I failed to... Oh, Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Faster verses. I just got a letter in the mail saying that I failed to pay my credit card on time, and that's a $40 fine, which would have been okay, except for that it caused me to exceed my credit line. That's another $40 fine. So then I get another piece of mail. This one said my balance due was drawn from my checking account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, which would have been okay, except for the fact that one of those checks was for the DMV for my registration fee. next day I was on my way to work, but I couldn't find my car. It wasn't there where I had parked it just the day before. And then I got another piece of mail, and this one said the registration tags were out of date, so they towed my car away, which wasn't quite okay. I called them to explain, and when I finally got through, they made me wait on hold. They made me wait on hold. After 40 minutes, I hung up because I had to go to work. But then I realized if I don't have a car, then how the fence am I supposed to get to work? So I got fired from my job. Fired from my job. I search a freak fish. So here I am, just living in a box underneath the bridge in this quiet little town. And I take a look around, things are quite okay. I don't get any bills, and the best part of it all is that I don't get any mail. That was Henry Phillips, who we saw live at the Dr. Demento Appreciation Show. I just got a letter in the mail saying that I failed to pay my credit card on time, and that's a $40 fine, which would have been okay, except for that it caused me to exceed my credit line, and that's another $40 fine. You see how one verse just leads to the next. So then I get another piece of mail. This one said the balance due was drawn from my checking account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, which would have been okay, except for the fact that one of those checks was to the DMV for my registration fee. Next day I was on my way to work, but I couldn't find my car. It wasn't where I parked it just the day before. And then I got another piece of mail. This one said the registration tags were out of date, so they towed my car away, which wasn't quite okay. I called them to explain that when I finally got through, they just made me wait on hold. Do 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 do. After 40 minutes, I hung up because I had to go to verse. But then I realized if I don't have a car, then how the fence am I supposed to get to work? So I got fired from my job. Got fired from my job. So here I am, just living on the fence underneath a bridge in this quiet little town. And I take a look around, and things are quite okay. I don't get any bills, and the best part of it all is that I can't get any mail. The Fence of the Poor. The poor, poor fence creature, Lysergic Freak Fish, thank you for 150 bits, which we can use to pay a $40 fine. Yes, indeed. Now, there's one song inspired by GoatVsFish, of course, by Henry Phillips, that we cannot find the chords for. So we'll just have to learn it on our own, and then find some way to play it with you. Find some way to play it for you. But that was still a versus. As relevant in Goat versus Fish as it was in Fish versus Goat. So let's have a look. Let's have a look now at some of the verses that we found, at some of the verses that we saw. Some of the verses that we saw at that concert. But if you're looking for an interesting one, look up Henry Phillips. Maybe they won't kill you. Look up Henry Phillips. Maybe they won't kill you. And maybe they won't. Maybe they won't kill you. It's a song about love and appreciation. And how love and appreciation can bring us all together. How we can survive the worst of what the fence has to offer with just a little bit of tender love and appreciation. Just a bit of tender love and appreciation. So let's go to the Instagram. Shall we go to the Instagram? Oh, hey, it's a web zone. It's a web zone. Instagram.com/GoatVsFish. And now let us see here. We should be logged in as Goat versus Fish. So where's the verses where we go and show you things that happened in the past? Okay, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it here. Add to highlights. It is. It's a catchy verses. It's a catchy verses. So here we are. Here we are. Let's have a peek at what we saw at the Radioactive Chicken Heads on the Dr. Demento appreciation at Alex's Bar, which Goat vs. Fish had been to Alex's Bar before in order to conduct a booth of Goat vs. Fish. But it was a whole comedy music lineup. It was a whole comedy music lineup, and Goat vs. Fish thought, well, in this comedy music lineup, why isn't Goat vs. Fish on the comedy music lineup? This could be our chance to perform for Dr. Demento and all that verses. But then Goat vs. Fish, with recognition, realized with appreciation that Goat vs. Fish was there. And Goat vs. Fish was there in collaboration with the Radioactive Chicken Heads. And that Goat vs. Fish was part of that concert. And that this was an honor for Goat vs. Fish. This was an honor for Goat vs. Fish to participation, to be there in any verses. And we made lots of friends along the way. We met lots of other comedic bands, and maybe we can get them to join Goat vs. Fish on some Musication streams in the future. Yes, we want to get more Musication guests here on the Musication Thursdays, do more music streams. We've been developing the Temple of Goat vs. Fish, and we've been editing a lot of verses. We've been doing all kinds of verses on Goat vs. Fish. As you know, there is so very much we are trying to do. We are always trying to do more for you on Goat vs. Fish. But let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Oh, wow, look, it's a flyer, everyone. It's a flyer. It's a flyer. A night of mad music and crazy comedy. Radioactive Chicken Heads, the Amoeba People, Ogden Edsel, Henry Phillips, whom we just heard a musication by, John W. Christensen, and Sulu. Thursday, August 9th at Alex's Bar in Long Beach. So let's see what we've got here. So here's Henry Phillips, the one we were just singing one of their songs. Here they are.
To the ancient creeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks.
Standing on the shoulders of freaks.
We're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Thanks, everybody. I want to make it very clear that when I started.
So there you have it. There was just a snippet of the still very versatile Henry Phillips. GoatVsFish must be very busy indeed. And here is Ogden Edsel. You may recognize someone or not joining Ogden Edsel playing on bass. And here they are. What are they singing about? But this is Ogden Edsel. What song were they known for? Was it this one? We think this is some song about squirrels? Is a squirrel a goat or a fish? We heard that old Ogden was having trouble getting on the mic. And then, lo and behold, they started singing a song about fish people. Fish made a lot of special appearances at this concert. Fish, the comedic potential of Fish seems to be unrivaled by Goat. Now, Goat can make you laugh, but we have found in the comedies of the interwebiverse, we have found more Fish. We've just found more Fish comedy. It's like, oh, let's make something funny and silly. Let's throw a fish in it. And so here was a song about fish people, about slimy fish people, a song that we should definitely learn to add to the GoatVsFish repertoire. Lysergic with 60 months of GoatVsFish appreciation. Listen, once GoatVsFish is 80 million verses old, then you can forgive us for not being on the mic and having to read lyrics to our songs that we haven't sang in however many decades. Yes, Lysergic Freak Fish. That is 5 years of GoatVsFish. We just had Lucid Nap the Goat with 50 months. Lysergic Freak Fish. Retaliation with 60 months. 60 months of celebration of GoatVsFish. You honor GoatVsFish with your commitment and dedication. Appreciation. Hey, did you ever get those wedding photos with GoatVsFish? We know GoatVsFish attended your wedding, and there was at least one glorious picture of you and DK and Metal-esque and GoatVsFish. Did we ever find that verses? Did we ever find that verses of remembrance? 5 years of celebration. 5 years of celebration. And to think, if it weren't for the great fence-demic, we might have never versed at all. Dead puppies. Dead there is Dr. Demento themselves. There is Dr. Demento, a caricature of which appears in the Weird Al biopic. There is the ancient Dr. Demento wearing a punk record shirt, enjoying songs that they help bring to moderate fame among the comedy musician community of which GoatVsFish is part. Dr. Demento is a declared goat. We learned this about a year ago at Dr. Demento's birthday celebration at the LA Breakfast Club, which is strange because Weird Al is a fish. And so it could be said that Goat discovered the fish. Could be said that Goat discovered the fish.
From the great room.
And there is Henry Phillips with GoatVsFish. Henry Phillips, the writer of such songs as I Got a Letter in the Mail and Standing on the Shoulders of Freaks and Maybe They Won't Kill You, chose Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat.
Romantics to the ancient Greeks. We're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Truman Capote, needless to say.
Yes, Weird Al is a confirmed fish. We have a signed fish card from Weird Al. Weird Al signed the fish card. You haven't seen the verses? You haven't seen the verses that Weird Al is a confirmed fish? You haven't seen that verses? We could have swore that you would have seen that verses by now. Allow GoatVsFish to show you. Allow GoatVsFish to show you the evidence. And once upon a verses, Weird Al did conversation with GoatVsFish. And Weird Al chose the fish. Weird Al chose the fish. This is not artificial intelligence. This is not Photoshop. This is a true verses. And Weird Al said to GoatVsFish, "You're doing great work," said Weird Al to GoatVsFish. And it was a celebration. And it was a celebration. It was lucky, and it was also several hundred versus American dollars. But there we have. There we have Weird Al with GoatVsFish. Had to be done. It had to be done. It had to be done. All part of, still part of Musication Wednesdays. This still counts as part of Musication Wednesdays. And here we have the amoeba people. Puppies, squirrels, amoebas. You get into the comedy spaces and they're singing about all kinds of fence creatures. We suppose you would expect that in a comedic environment. As we know, GoatVsFish is a very serious verses and doesn't do jokes. And here is Bill Frenzer of Ogden Edsel, who was just singing Dead Puppies.
My puppy died late last fall. He's still rotting in the hall. Dead puppies aren't much fun. No, no, no.
Was it hundreds of dollars to meet Henry Phillips too? No, it cost us 1 gallon of gas and about an hour of our time driving down to Long Beach. Is Bill your friends or not? Well, we hear that Bill, speaking of bills piling up in the mail, speaking of, I got another piece of mail. Bill Frenzer, we hear that Bill Frenzer's apartment house, it got bought by a private corporation, so Bill had to move on out, and so he's going home back to some faraway state like Nebraska. That's what we heard. So this was maybe a send-off of, this was maybe Bill's send-off going back to Kentucky or whatever the fence they're from. Yes, it's true. And here we have the amoeba people singing about science.
I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. Got my spectacles perched up on my feet. I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. And I don't make that up and until your knees real weak. I'm a science geek, I'm a science
They look like they're having fun.
perched up on my feet. I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. And I don't make that up and until your knees real weak.
Well, we object to this verses because they say, I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. I have my spectacles perched upon my beak, which makes us think that it's some kind of bird versus bear song. Is bird versus bear a versus of science?
My puppy.
I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. Got my spectacles perched up on my feet. I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. And I don't make that up and until your knees real weak. I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. Got my spectacles perched up on my feet. I'm a science geek, I'm a science geek. And I don't make that up and until your knees real weak.
And they flung a shirt at Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish was out in the audience there. Oh, Bird versus Bear would never even do you the honor of asking you a question like that, Punkpot. They were throwing free shirts out there. And Goat versus Fish was looking at our phone, posting some video of the amoeba people that we were just doing before they evolved into Goat or Fish. And as we were doing that and not looking at what was going on, a shirt suddenly landed in the arms of Goat versus Fish. And then one of the amoeba people turned to the other amoeba people and said, "What have you done? You have now cursed us for all eternity." They recognize the power of Goat versus Fish. So Goat versus Fish, we put on the amoeba people shirt. And we wore it around for the rest of the verses. Why not? Why not? Why not support those who support Goat versus Fish? And here, one of the amoeba people has chosen Goat. Now this goat was quite a filthy, disgusting goat, we have to say. They were wearing a shirt earlier in the verses that we believe said "fart barf." Just a lovely, lovely goat sentiment there. And they were talking about eating their own vomit. Wow. Thanks for that. Thanks for that glorious image. And here is Goat versus Fish, of course, touring the stage pre-show of the Radioactive Chicken Heads. There's Bird Brain. You know Bird Brain. There's Nuke Boy. Earlier we saw Punky Rooster, Sergeant Cyclops, Pastafarian, Poultrygeist, Celebration, celebration. And at last, one more of the amoeba people has chosen Goat. And they seem to be doing an interesting impression of the face of Goat versus Fish, just in reverse. Now, this amoeba people said, "Hey, you need to meet my son." And so he spoke to their son, a young lad of mid-20s perhaps. And Goat versus Fish asked, "Are you Goat or Fish?" And the son was Fish, and the father was Goat. And we said, "Hey, you should come on the Goat versus Fish show." And they said, "Okay." And Henry Phillips said, "Yeah, we'll come on the Goat versus Fish show, of course. Maybe there's negotiations. Maybe there's pay that needs to be offered. Who is to say? Who is to say?" But they were at least not dismissive of Goat versus Fish and very happy to take a picture with Goat versus Fish. So there you have some evidence. There you have some evidence of Goat versus Fish, of the recent show of Goat versus Fish. You were waiting, of course, for this information. You wanted to know what happened at that show, Goat versus Fish. What happened at that show? Well, we'll tell you what else happened at that show. We think we have some evidence. We think we have the evidence here to show you. Can we add to this verses? Can we edit this verses more? Edit, highlight. Isn't there another verses we need to add? We need to add another verses. Here it is. Verses added. refresh Goat versus Fish. So what was Goat versus Fish doing there other than asking everyone, are you goat or fish, and subjecting everyone to our immaculate presence? Well, you could say that we were doing battle with the killer clownfish. Doing battle with the killer clownfish. Do we have the evidence? Is the evidence here? Do we have the evidence? Yes, we do. Goat and fish. Here is Goat versus Fish doing battle with the killer clownfish. And the killer clownfish tries to eat Goat versus Fish. Leaping attack! If there's a song about killer clownfish, they want Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish has puppeteered that very killer clownfish, and there should be a killer clownfish music video coming out one of these decades, in which you'll be able to see the big goat versus the killer clownfish. So there was Goat versus Fish at Alex's bar. A little musication review. By the verses, Yester versus Hi-Fi Protege came to the temple of Goat versus Fish, and we began making measurements to expand the dais of Goat versus Fish. We have been putting more goat and fish on display, but we are going to create a riser system so there can be more goat and fish on display. More and more temple improvements of Goat versus Fish. Let's get back to some musications. And Lysergic Freak Fish says nothing to Goat versus Fish after all these verses. After all these verses. After all these verses, nothing to Goat versus Fish. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. So what song? Brick Griff says the battle rages on. Brick Griff, welcome back to Goat versus Fish. Welcome back to Goat versus Fish. Welcome back to Goat versus Fish. Well, let's search for, in this Verses of Humor, let's search for some Weird Al songs. Let's search for some Weird Al songs, Goat and Fish. Well, there's this one. We do want to teach you something about Goat versus Fish. We do want to teach you something about Goat versus Fish. Every verses. But often, in order to learn about Goat versus Fish, you must first unlearn what you have learned. Let's listen to a few verses here. Let's listen to a few variations. Ooh. That's the southerly most pickups. Southerly middle split. Middle pickups. Middle northerly split. It's sort of going from a humbucker style to a single coil style. Hard rock and Weird Al, why not? Why not? We can do it as we like. We can do it as we like. So let's try this. Goat and fish, in order to learn about goat versus fish, sometimes you must unlearn what you have learned. So let's sing a song about that. Let's sing a song about that. I was driving on the freeway in the fast lane when a rabid Wolverine in my underwear went suddenly. A guy behind me in the backseat popped up right up and cupped his hands across my eyes. I guess it wasn't Uncle Frank or Cousin Louie, or is it Bob or Joe or Walter, or could it be Bill or Jim or Ed or Bernie or Steve? And I probably would have kept on guessing about that time we crashed into the truck. As I was laying bleeding in the asphalt, I finally recognized the face of my hibachi dealer, who takes off his prosthetic lips and tells me everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't really matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. I was walking to the kitchen for some golden grams when I accidentally stepped into an alternate dimension, and as soon I was abducted by some aliens from space who kinda looked like Jamie Farr. They sucked my internal organs and they took some Polaroids and said I was a darn good sport. And as a way of saying thank you, they offered to transport me back to any point in history that I would care to go. Oh, are we still? Oh, goat versus fish. Speaking of a point in history, can we go back to where we weren't obscuring which chord we had to do? Let's try that one more verses. I was walking to the kitchen for some goat versus fish. I was walking to the kitchen for some golden grams when I accidentally stepped into an alternate dimension. And soon I was abducted by some aliens from space who kinda looked like Jamie Farr. They sucked out my internal organs and they took some Polaroids and said I was a darn good sport. And as a way of saying thank you, they offered to transport me back to any point in history that I would care to go. And so I had them send me back to last Thursday night so I could pay my phone bill on time, just like that other song we were singing about. Just then the floating disembodied head of Colonel Sanders yelling, everything you know is wrong. Black is white, goat is fish, and short is long. And everything you thought was so important doesn't really matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the verse and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. about to mail a letter to my evil twin when I got a nasty paper cut. And well, to make a long story short, it got infected and I died. So now I'm in heaven with St. Peter by the pearly gates, and it's obvious he doesn't like the Nehru jacket that I'm wearing. He tells me that they've got a dress code. Well, he lets me into heaven anyway, but I get to the room next to the noise. Goat versus fish. We think they might have the cords in fence places. Well, he lets me into heaven anyway, but I get the room next to the noisy ice machine for all eternity. And every day he runs by my door screaming, everything you know is wrong. Black is white, goat is fish, and the fence is long. And everything you used to think was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the verse and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. Everything you know is wrong. Fair enough verses. Fair enough verses. Fair enough verses to randomly play on Goat versus Fish. It's certainly more than Goat versus Fish could have done all those years ago. Guitar lessons pending for Goat versus Fish. 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 Goat versus Fish. You see, we want to, this is interesting for Goat versus Fish. We want to versus far enough back, yes, that you can see the full guitar of Goat versus Fish, but then when we need to make adjustments to the verses, we have to lean forward so it interrupts the flow of Goat versus Fish. What a conundrum! What a production of Goat versus Fish. Whatever shall we do to rectification this? We'll just have to verse it out. We'll just have to accept the imperfections of the verses and continue on. Goat versus Fish. What was that verses? I eat a gyro sushi 7 times a day. My bathtub's filled with Perrier. What can I say? This is the life. I buy a dozen cars when I'm in the mood. I hire somebody to chew my food. Yeah, I'm an upwardly mobile dude. This is the life. Let's try to learn that verses. Let's try to learn that verses. Stop your verses. So we think we'll just wait for that for the end of the verses. Goat versus Fish. Yes. I eat designer sushi 7 times a day. Yeah, my bathtub's filled with Perrier. What can I say? This is the life. I buy a dozen cars when I'm in the mood. I hire somebody to chew my food. Yeah, I'm an upwardly mobile dude. This is the life. They say that money corrupts you, but I can't really tell. I've got the whole world at my feet, and I think it's pretty swell. I got goats lined up outside my door. They've been waiting there since the week before. Who could ask for more? This is the life. You're dead for a real long time. You just can't prevent it. So if money can't buy happiness, well, I guess I'll have to rent it. Yeah, every day I make the front page news. No time to pay my dues. I got 1,000,000 pairs of shoes. This is the life. I got a solid gold Cadillac. I make a fortune while I sleep. You can tell I'm a living legend, not some ordinary creep. No way, I'm the boss, the big cheese. I got this town on its snobby little knees, and I can do just what I please. This is the life. That's right, I'm the king, the number one. I buy monogram towels by the ton. I pay the bills, I call the shots. Yeah, I grease the palms and I buy the yachts. 'Cause one thing I can guarantee, the best things in life, well, they sure ain't free. It's such a thrill just to be me. This is the life. Oh, this is the life. Fun little verses. Fun little verses about how great it is to be Goat vs. Fish. We think that Weird Al wrote that song after meeting Goat vs. Fish for the first time. Notice a recognition. Musication lessons from Goat vs. Fish. So listen to this verses. I got goats lined up outside my door. They've been versing there since the week before. Do you recognize that verses yet? Mighty birthday to you. Mighty birthday to you. Mighty birthday, dear lysergic freak fish. One 11744 minor, 11744 minor, 11744 minor, 11744 minor. I got goat lined up outside my door. They've been versing there since the week before. You see, it's all the same verses. It's all the same. It's all just Goat vs. Fish. We've been trying to explain to you that it's all Goat vs. Fish. Every song you've ever heard, it's all just Goat vs. Fish. And really, it's all just, do you be goat? 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 goat? Do you be goat? Do you be fish? Do you be fish? But then they had a do you be fish? Don't sit on the fence. I got goats lined up outside my door. They've been versing there since the week before. Who could ask for more? Goat versus fish. Don't sit on the fence. You're dead for a real long time. You just can't prevent it. So if money can't buy happiness, I guess I'll have to rent it. Every song of Goat versus Fish. How about Dare to Be Stupid? It's a classic song about being on the fence. Now, Dare to Be Stupid would be a great versus. Would be a great versus. However, it's not really the kind of verses that you strum along with. It's more like a plucking along type verses. We could look at it. We could see what they have to say. They do have chords for the verses, but it's more of a, well, we could just be stupid about it. We could just play chords instead of plucking along, which would be a very stupid thing to do. But why shouldn't we dare to be stupid? Why shouldn't we? It's like, don't do that. That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid, Goat versus Fish. Put down the chainsaw and listen to me. It's time for us to join in the fight. It's time to let your babies grow up to be cowboys. It's time to let the bedbugs bite. You better put all your eggs in one basket. You better count your fence sitters before they hatch. You better sell some wine before it's time. You better find yourself an itch to scratch. You better squeeze all the towels you can when Goat vs. Fish is not around. Just stick your head in the microwave and get yourself a tan. Are you goat or are you fish? 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 Now talk with your mouth full. A bite the hand that feeds you. Bite of more than you can chew. What can you do? You can dare to be fancy. Take some wooden nickels. Look for Mr. Goodbar. Get your mojo working now. I'll show you how. You can dare to be fancy. You can dare the other cheek. You can just give up the fish. You can eat a bunch of sushi and forget to leave a tip. That's an original versus. Dare to be stupid. Wanna dare to be stupid. It's so easy to do. We're all waiting for you. Let's go. Oh, don't drum too hard. We're not really playing in decent rhythm. Burn your candle at both ends. Look a gift horse in the mouth. Mashed potatoes can be your fence. Are you goat or are you fish? 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 You can be a coffee achiever. You can sit on the fence and watch a Leave It to Beaver. The future's up to you. So what you gonna choose? A dare to be versus. A dare to be versus. What did I say? I said a dare to be fancy. Tell me, what did I say? I said a dare to be fancy. It's alright. Dare to be fancy. We can be fancy all night. Come on and join the crowd. I said to shout it out loud. I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. Let's go. Dare to be fancy. 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 That wasn't so fancy after all, was it? We tried to dare to be fancy and it ended up just being a bunch of fun. Ended up being a bunch of fun. It's time to make a mountain out of a goat hill. So can I have a volunteer? There's no more time for crying over spilled milk. Now it's time for crying in your beer. Settle down, raise a family, join the PTA. Buy some sensible shoes and a Chevrolet. And then you versus till you're broke and they drag you away. It's okay. You can dare to be fancy. It's like spitting on a fish. It's like versing a goat. It's like they say you gotta buy one if you wanna get one free. A dare to be versus. A dare to be versus. Homestar Run. Homestar Run. Okay, we did it. Okay, we dared it. We dared it, Goat and Fish. We dared it. We dared it. Celebration. Are you goat? Are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? What's next? What's next for goat? Get that fence out of here. It was just there for style anyway. Not a style that we need to keep insisting on. Not a style that we need to keep insisting on. Not at all indeed. Not at all indeed. Ooh, what about that? Oh, that would be. Oh, we would. Oh, goat versus fish. That's. That might be a bit risque for goat versus fish. Might be a bit risque for goat versus fish. But it is the internet. And there's a lot of risque things happen on the internet. This we know. This we know all too well. Oh, goat versus fish are like this. Interesting verses. Fourth fence. No. And just repeats all that verses. It just repeats that the whole verses. We don't like it. Goat versus Fish doesn't like it. Doesn't sound like we need it to sound for a verses like this. That sounds a bit. That sounds like more like the verses. Was it an off by fence error? I'm liking the rifts. You're liking the rifts, man? Well, appreciation. Grandmaster Ong. Save it for another verses. 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 Goat versus Fish. So many songs that we already know, that we could learn indeed. Grandmaster Wrong, how goes the fish? How goes the fish? How goes the fish? How goes the fish? Comedic funny songs. Let's focus on those funny songs, Goat and Fish. Let's see if we can find some more. Surely we could. Let's try one of these verses. Another difficult verse. Goat versus Fish. Ooh. That one's fun. We should have expected that this Fence Miss song wouldn't be so easy. Well, it's still pretty versatile. Still pretty versatile. Let's see. Let's let Versemas come. Let's let Versemas come early, shall we? We love having Versemas early on Goat versus Fish, don't we? Don't we just love having Versemas coming early on Goat versus Fish? We think we do. Oh, Versemas time is here, by golly. Fence approval would be folly. Deck the halls with hunks of holly. Fill the cup and don't say when. Oh, kill the turkeys, ducks, and chickens. Mix the punch and drag out the dickens. Even though the prospect sickens, brother, here we go again. On Versemas Day you can't get sore. Your goat and fish you must adore. There's time to rob them all the more. The other 364 relation sparing no expense. So send some useless old utensil or a matching pen and pencil. Just the thing I need. How nice. It doesn't matter how sincere it is. GoatVsFish. It doesn't matter how sincere it is, nor how heartfelt the spirit. Sentiment will not endear it. What's important is the price. Hark, the Herald Tribune sings, advertising wondrous things. Verse rest ye merry merchants, may you make the Yuletide pay. Angelfish we have heard on high tell us to go out and buy. So let the raucous fence bells jingle and hear our dear old fence Kris Kringle, driving fence creatures across the sky. Don't stand underneath when they fly by. There you are. Are you feeling the Vermin spirit yet? Sometimes a little musication is all it takes. It's all it takes. Here's an old verses. Here's an old verses. Here's an old verses. Be prepared. That's the Goat Scouts marching song. Be prepared. All through life you verse along. Be prepared to hold your liquor pretty well. Don't write naughty words on walls if you can't spell. Be prepared to hide that pack of cigarettes. Don't make book. Oh, man, these chords are all over the fence. These chords are all over the fence. It's like no one's taking this joke seriously. How can we trust it? How can we trust? How can we trust these verses? How can we trust these verses? GoatVsFish. How we doing, Dragon Balls 325? How we doing, Dragon Balls 325? Goat versus Fish. It's like trying to play a... We have heard a Tom Lear describe a piano as an 88-string guitar. We'll try playing a 6-string piano. We know. Ah, well, this is an old versus. Goat and Fish, this one's pretty serious. But we can't deny it's very Goat versus Fish. Oh, all the white folks hate the black folks, and the black folks hate the white folks. To hate all but the right folks is an old established rule, but during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, Lena Horne and Sheriff Clark are dancing cheek to cheek. It's fun to eulogize the people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. All the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate all of your folks. It's first American as apple pie. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Ricans 'cause it's very chic. Step up and shake the hand of someone you can't stand. You can tolerate them if you try. Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and the Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, it's national, everyone smile at Anotherhood Week. Be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Grateful that it doesn't last all year. We can get along, can't we? We can have state-mandated unification ceremonies, can't we, Goat and Fish? Can't we just have the Church of Goat versus Fish mandate that Goat and Fish get along, and then they just have a forced unification? No, it will never versus. No, Tom. No, Tom, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Oh, spring is here. A spring is here. Life is verses and life is beer. I think the loveliest time of the year is the spring. I do, don't you? Of course you do. Oh, but there's one thing that makes spring complete for me, and makes every Sunday a treat for me. All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning fence sitters in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison fence sitters in the park. When they see us coming, the pigeons all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. Oh, the sun's shining bright. Everything seems alright when we poison fence sitters in the park. We've gained notoriety and caused much anxiety in the Audubon Society with our games. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names, but it's not against any religion to want to dispose of a pigeon. So if Sunday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll poison fence sitters in the park? And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two while we're poison fence sitters in the park. We'll murder them all amid laughter and merriment, except for the few we take home to experiment. Oh, my pulse will be quickening with each drop of strychnine we feed to a pigeon. It just takes a smidgen to poison fence sitters in the park. It's classic comedy on Goat vs. Fish. It's all about death. Wow, who knew that comedy and death, there'd be so many songs about comedy and death and losing control of your life and not being able to pay your bills? Who thought that this would just make such great comedic fodder? It's almost like these jokesters think that existence is some sort of fancy tragedy that must be mocked and disparaged in order to try to get any semblance of joy out of your existence that just seeks to fence you along every step of the way. Every step of the way. Comedy, death, killer jokes. Ba 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 ba. Comes a fellow that everybody knows. It's the what a fascination that is. It's the C sharp diminished. Oh, what fun. When the shades of night are falling, comes a fellow everybody knows. It's the old dope peddler, spreading joy wherever he goes. Every evening you will find him around our neighborhood. It's the old dope peddler, doing well by doing good. He gives the kids free samples because he knows full well that today's young innocent faces will be tomorrow's clientele. Here's a cure for all your troubles. Here's an end to all distress. It's the old dope peddler with his powdered happiness. Hey, Twitch, don't ban Goat vs. Fish, please. Please don't ban Goat vs. Fish for just singing these old comedy classics. Such humor, such humor. Such humor indeed. Such humor indeed. Oh, well, this is a difficult versus because there's a lot of modulation. Lots of modulation here. But we could try it any verses like this. Oh no, we'll Goat versus Fish. We can do versier than that. We can do versier than that. As a matter of verses, Goat and Fish. We're nearly done with our musication stream. We've got a guest coming into town. Goat vs. Fish has a special guest coming into town, and it is literally no one you know. You don't know them at all. You don't know them at all, but we're still going to bring them on the show and do philosophication on Goat vs. Fish. You see, they're not as famous as one of these musician players or comedy type Goat or Fish. They're more of an academic. By academic, we mean someone who just is an armchair philosopher and thinks about stuff a lot and doesn't really have any credentials to speak of. You know the kind. You know the type. So they're going to pluck themselves out of obscurity, and they're going to come on Goat vs. Fish, and we're going to have a little conversation, and you're going to get to ask them all about. You can say, hey, what was Goat vs. Fish like when they were young? Tell us about a young Goat vs. Fish. Now, the difference between being 1 billion years old and being 999,970 years old is not much to say, really, but you can certainly ask anyway. It is your versus to ask whatever you wish. Whatever you wish. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Well, we've got this versus. Goat versus Fish. We'll try this one. Goat and Fish, as we know, the versus rages on. And sometimes the old songs still convey something so very strong. Something so very strong. Moderately bright and with spirit. So long, Mom, I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait up for me. But while you swelter down there in your shelter, you can see me on your TV while we're attacking frontally. Watch Brinkley and Huntley describing contrapunctily the cities we have lost. No need for you to miss a minute. Okay, Goat and Fish. Maybe we were going a little fast for that versus. So long, Mom, I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait up for me. But while you swelter down there in your shelter, you can see me on your TV while we're attacking frontally. Goat versus Fish. There should be another verses there. Maybe not. Maybe it's all just F for fence. Oh, so long, Mom, I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait up for me. But while you swelter down there in your shelter, you can see me on your TV while we're attacking frontally. Watch Brinkley and Huntley describing contrapunctily the cities we have lost. No need for you, no need for you. Goat versus fish. The cities we have lost. No need. Well, it's just a transitional verses. The cities we have lost. No need for you. No need for you to miss a minute of the agonizing holla. Agonizing holla. Goat versus fish. That's why it might help to rehearse this verses. We're just doing live learns, goat and fish. So long, Mom, I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait up for me. But while you swelter down there in your shelter, you can see me on AGT while we're attacking frontally. Watch Brinkley and Huntley describing contrapunctily the cities we have lost. No need for you to miss a minute of the agonizing Holocaust. Yeah, yeah. Well, little Johnny Jones, he was a VS pilot, and no shrinking violet was he. He was mighty proud when World War III was declared. No, he wasn't scared, no siree. And this is what he said on his way to Armageddon. So long, Mom, I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait up for me. But though I may roam, I'll come back to my home, although it may be a pile of debris. Remember, Mommy, I'm off to get a commie, so send me a salami and try to smile somehow. I'll look for you when the war is over, an hour and a half from now. 1 hour and a half from now. Could happen any day. Could happen any day now. It might already be happening. Who knows what the versery books are going to say? Who knows what the versery books are going to say? Do you know? Do you? Here's a verses about academics playing sports. Fight, fiercely Harvard, fight, fight, fight. Demonstrate to them our skill. Albeit they possess the might, nonetheless we have the will. How we shall celebrate our victory, we'll invite the whole team up for tea. Hurl that spheroid down the field and fight, 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 fight. Fight fiercely, Harvard. Fight, fight, fight. Impress them with our prowess do. Fellows, don't let the crimson down. Be of stout in heart and true. Come on, chaps, fight for Harvard's glorious name. Won't it be peachy if we win the game? Let's try not to injure them, but fight, fight, fight. Let's not be rough, though. Fight, 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 and do fight fiercely. Fight, fight, fight. Solar eclipse is starting in North Atlantic. Whoa! We've got to get going. The solar eclipse is starting in the North Atlantic, everyone. Okay, listen, if you want a solar eclipse, then you just need... Is that when the goat goes in front of the fish or when the fish goes in front of the goat? Is that like this? Is that like this versus or is it more like that versus? Is it like goat versus fish? So it's like this versus. Yeah, we've got it. Here, who needs to go out and see anything when you could just watch it right here on Goat vs. Fish, just like this. Just like this. Well, that makes about 2 hours of musications, celebrations. 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 Goat vs. Fish is now here for your conversations and contemplations. NASA is live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Great, you can go in the chat and you can look at all the conspiracy theorists talking about how nothing's happening. Won't that be fun? Wow, it's a whole nother excuse to have conspiracy theorists talk about how nothing's happening. That sounds like a great time. That sounds like classic. Sounds like classic interwebs. Appreciation for Lysergic Freakfish for the subscription to Goat vs. Fish and Lucid Nap for the subscription to Goat vs. Fish. It's a classic Goat vs. Fish type versus. Tomorrow is Goat vs. Fish Thursday. Tonight, Goat vs. Fish is at the Booby Trap in Santa Monica. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish. And we'll see you next versus. Psychic Buckeye 12, Random TV, Laser Focus, Grandmaster Ong, Rad Rooster, BBDH 187, Brick Griff, Bunk Bot, Steel Stephanie, and of course, all of the glorious patrons of Goat vs. Fish. The Quaxinator, Rent Stallion, Mama Joe Brahma Standard Average, Hi-Fi Protege, Uber Kitten, Eldergrown, Adam N, Psychic Buckeye 12, Hogrim, Bubbles, Tuggerugger, The Elite Humble Congregation, Prism Bloom, Napoleon Doom, That One Bulk Guy, Watt 9807, Sourdough, Atro, The Dane Wife, and Lord Saturn, and the Unification Congregation, Lysergic Fish, and I Can Fix Amber Heard. We do so love our glorious, humble congregation who supports Goat vs. Fish on patreon.com/goat